All right, welcome back, everyone. It's time now to turn our attention to our New Yorker of the Week. Tonight, we honor a woman who devotes her time to creating a safe and inviting place for children with special needs, including her own son. Let's take a look.
Eliza Factor's world changed when her son Felix was diagnosed with cerebral palsy and autism. She began to experience the isolation that often faces families with special needs children.
It's hard to go out as a family when one of your children is, seriously disabled. There's just a lot of places that aren't open to you. Even if they're open to you legally, it's awkward socially.
Wanting to provide Felix and other children and families in the same situation a place to relax and have fun, Eliza established Extreme Kids and Crew. It's a sensory lab and play space in the co-op school in Bedford-Stuyvesant.
People love the swing, they love the ball pit, they love the bubble machine, and they love the squeeze machine. More than the gear, they really love the atmosphere.
And one thing I really like is that it's a safe place where he can do the things he likes to do, and he can act the way he normally acts, and he doesn't get judged by people, and we don't get judged by people.
Eliza has created a community free of judgment and worry, where children are able to paint, climb, and jump as they wish.
It feels good to not feel a need to always be on edge or protective or apologetic for people who don't have the same life experience. So for me, it's just peace.
The program operates with the help of grants, donations, and volunteer efforts. Eliza hopes to one day build a landmark Brooklyn Community Center with even more classes for special needs kids in the city.
Our society is getting ever more standardized, and they're not making space for these kids. And so that's what I'm trying to do here, is create a warm, celebratory, joyful space for people who don't fit in.
And so, for creating that joyful space where families can feel at home, Eliza Factor is our New Yorker of the Week. Hi! Roma Torrey, New York 1.
And with a big smile on her face, joining me in the studio now is the founder of Extreme Kids and Crew and our New Yorker of the Week, Eliza Factor. So, how does it make you feel, first of all, seeing the story about you and what you're doing for these very lovely kids?
Well, part of what I'm trying to do is get them out there in the public. So I'm so thrilled that you guys are airing this wonderful clip, and thank you. It feels great.
How do people get involved? I mean, obviously the publicity here on New York 1 and the call helps, but how do people normally find your services and the center?
We have a website, www.extremekids.org. And there's just a lot of listservs out there. There's sensory gyms that have started to recommend that people drop by. Some of the disability groups have started recommending people come. So, and it's word of mouth mainly, probably.
And I know they said you operate through grants and volunteering. Is there a charge for parents to bring their children to the center? If you become a member, it's free. And if you don't have any money, you don't have to pay for membership. You just have to do a little extra volunteer work. It's a parent cooperative, so it's open to everybody, every kind of disability, everybody. We have members from all 5 boroughs, actually, and I think we're pretty well represented on the disabilities also. Well, and you hear the parents saying for them, they feel the kids are safe here because the environment is built for them, but they can allow the kids just to be without other kids looking and giggling. How important is that for the parents?
Immensely. Immensely, and I want to say it's not only for the kids with the disabilities, but it's also for their siblings. Because, like I'm thinking about my daughter Miranda defending her older brother in the playground, and I've seen it happen quite a few times, and I'm proud of her, and that's part of growing up. But it's also really nice for her to be in a place where she's not going to worry about defending Felix. And she's going to be able to meet other siblings of disabled kids. And there's a really nice connection between the siblings that happens naturally without having to engineer a sibling group, which is a good thing also, but it's organic friendships just popping up, and it's wonderful.
When you talk about, obviously, the 5 boroughs, you have diversity,
especially economically as well. What's your advice to parents who may have a child that has special needs and maybe they don't have the kid in a service like this or a service at the school? What's your advice to them? Because it can be tough and difficult.
Oh, it can be just devastating, and there are a lot of families that are pretty penned up in their apartments.
So your advice?
Because to get out, to come visit us, and to connect with other families. There are a bunch of other organizations besides ours, but I think ours is great.
But don't be afraid. Some people are embarrassed.
Well, yes, and there's reasons. I mean, there's a lot of ostracism and rude comments that go with the territory. But these kids are heroes. They are overcoming incredible obstacles every day, and they should be celebrated. And if you can kind of jump over and say, whoa, these are weird, fabulous people who have who see the world in a really different way, and they can teach me something, then all of a sudden, a lot of the so-called problems disappear, because it's just the way you're looking at it.
All right, well, congratulations for being our New Yorker of the Week.
Thank you
Eliza
so much.
Factor, thank you, and continue the great work.
All right.
All right, now, if you'd like more information about Extreme Kids and Crew, visit their website at extremekidsandcrew.org. And if you know someone who would make a good New York of the Week, well, we want to know about them. Email us at NYer@NY1.com. And if you don't have access to the internet, you can do it snail mail. Send us a letter to New York 1 News, New Yorker of the Week, 75 9th Avenue, 6th floor, New York, New York, 10011. And that's all the time we have for tonight. You can read the viewer emails about tonight's topic online at NY1.com. Look for the link to our blog, and you can follow us on Twitter at The Call, NY1 The Call. I'm Dean Meminger. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook as well. John Schumer will be back on Monday. Have a great weekend. Thank you for watching, and be safe out there. This is The Call.